Hi Kelly, how you doing? So I've got your work up, and then I've got your other example up that you said with the KLU, and let me comment on that in a second. But let's take a look at these. And one thing I think is that honestly, it seems like you're not as developed as what it seems like the requirements for this week are asking for. And by that I mean that we're down to these three final. And the one thing I'm really think that you did a fantastic job on is variation. And you've got heads up on variation because this is how it's done. You take your ideas and you just go with them. And the wider variety, the better, because it gives you more choice in direction. So great job there. As far as in terms of work to completion, in other words, these are three of the what would be considered your final logo choices. So there's a couple of things you want to do. You want to make sure these are as near completion as possible. And by that, I mean, you wouldn't have this, this would not be so close to the logo because it's interfering with the visual posture of the logo. Do you see what I'm saying? And so we can't really get a really good solid feel for the logo with this type presented so close to it. What you should do instead in presentation is we would take this logo here, for example, and we could take over here and just Kelly Lanai, and just have your name set with the logo. Just how do you spell Lunnie? Okay, so Kelly L, and then your last name. So your last name's a little longer. So your first name would be set, and you would have to determine. I would say left aligned, and then KL Kelly Lanai, graphic designer. Do you see what I'm saying? So that way you have the viewer is going to look at it and go, okay, I know a lot about this person. Number one, I know a little bit about how their visual posture is. I know their name and I know what they do. So in conjunction with the rest of your contact information, everything makes sense. Just having a logo like this with no name attached or no really what you do, it's a mystery. It's a mystery game. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I think in terms of the way that you've set this up, this one I don't think is going to work. I just don't think these are a good match together. They're just so wide apart. This looks like the K King from a card game, cards. And then this script is so feminine, and this is so masculine. It's just a really weird relationship. I like these. I think this one has the best bones out of all three. Excuse me. And I definitely think that this one, if you set your name to this, could be very interesting. And then this one, you have this weird relationship right here. And then you have this modern typeface with a, what is this? Look at that. Boy, that's a tough one. What is that? Oh, that's Gaudi Old Style. Okay, awesome. See, it was good that you left those. So Dido, which is modern, yes, and Gaudi Old Style. So those are an interesting match because they're both serif, but they're so dissimilar that they almost clash, and there's no way you're going to stack them together or line them up together because of the differences in the strokes of those serifs. Either way, you're going to get this weird kind of step. So that is a kind of another strange relationship. Keep working. I mean, I'm interested in seeing you go forward with this, but this week we have to submit for peer critique. So try to get this as near completion as possible, including setting your name with the mark. Okay, if you have any questions or if you need any further, I told you I would comment on this. Now this I think is too much, and the main comment I want to make about this, Kelly, is this. Listen, it doesn't matter what they used to call you or what your nicknames were or what your favorite pet is or what a lot of that is it's not relevant to who you are as a designer. So in other words, your nickname from years ago is not relevant to who you are as a designer. Therefore, this doesn't make any sense to anyone unless you were there to describe it to them. And in the case we look at it, it looks a little congested, and it's the negative spaces here are very fragmented, creating almost a shattered appearance. And see, like right there, it almost looks like it's shattered. So that is something that I think it's kind of cool and fun, but I'm just not sure it's the direction you want to take in your visual branding. Okay. Okay, so if you have any questions at all, please let me know and I will clarify. All right, good job. Thanks.